They said he never bled, not once, not in the dozens of battles he fought, nor in the countless duels where death danced within arm's reach. Among the legends of Japan's Warring States period, there are many whose names echo through time, but none quite like him. They called him the war god of Tokugawa Ieyasu. His name was Honda Tadakatsu. If the Sengoku period was a stage of chaos, Honda Tadakatsu strode across it like a force of nature. Towering in stature, cloaked in black iron armor, and crowned with a fearsome deer antler helmet, he wasn't just a samurai, he was a symbol, a living weapon of loyalty and wrath, forged in the fires of battle and unbroken by time. Born in 1548 in Mikawa province, Honda Tadakatsu entered the world during one of the most volatile chapters in Japanese history. He was raised among warriors, trained from youth to wield a spear and live by the code of the battlefield. It was a time when alliances crumbled overnight, when even family ties bent under the weight of ambition. Tadakatsu was among the first generation of Tokugawa retainers. Unlike other samurai who hopped clans to survive, he pledged himself early to Ieyasu and never wavered. This unwavering loyalty would become the defining trait of his life and his legend. He was more than muscle. Tadakatsu was a tactician, a commander, and most importantly, a master of the spear. His weapon of choice, the famed tonbogiri, the dragonfly cutter. A spear so sharp, it was said, a dragonfly that landed on its blade was sliced in two. One of the three great spears of Japan, tonbogiri wasn't just a mythic weapon, it was an extension of Tadakatsu himself. In the Battle of Anigawa, 1570, he charged alongside Tokugawa and Oda Nobunaga against the Azai and Asakura clans. There, he faced chaos and bloodshed, yet emerged not just victorious but untouched. While bodies fell and armor cracked, Tadakatsu seemed to move like a phantom through the carnage, unstoppable and untouchable. But perhaps his most defining moment came during the Battle of Mikadagahara in 1573. Tokugawa Ieyasu had suffered a severe defeat against Takeda Shingen's cavalry, the infamous Kiba Gundan. While other commanders retreated, it was Tadakatsu who stood fast, guarding the retreat and slowing down the enemy's advance. His spear drew fear into the hearts of Takeda's men, and once again, he was not injured. This pattern repeated itself in battle after battle. At Nagashino, Komaki and Nagakute, and later at Sekigahara, Tadakatsu carved a path of destruction through enemy ranks. It became a common saying, Honda Tadakatsu, the man who fought more than 50 battles and never received a wound. Even Tokugawa's rivals acknowledged his prowess. Oda Nobunaga himself is said to have remarked, "Among the warriors of the Tokugawa, Tadakatsu is the best of them all." And his enemies, they whispered his name with a mixture of awe and dread. What made him so fearsome wasn't just his skill, it was his presence. The antlered kabuto, the unflinching gaze, the aura of someone who had faced death countless times and sent it fleeing each time. On the battlefield, he wasn't just fighting, he was commanding fear itself. And yet, unlike many famed warriors of the era, Tadakatsu did not seek power. He never pursued his own fiefdom, never betrayed his lord. While others plotted and schemed, he remained a blade in Ieyasu's hand, reliable, relentless. Even during the crucial Battle of Sekigahara in 1600, the conflict that would decide Japan's future, Tadakatsu stood at the front lines unwavering. Though his son Honda Tadamasa would eventually inherit his legacy, it was Tadakatsu's fearsome shadow that loomed largest. He lived through the rise of Tokugawa Ieyasu from minor lord to shogun of all Japan. And when peace finally settled over the land, Tadakatsu quietly stepped back from war. He became a figure of reflection in his later years, known more for his dignity than his blade. He died in 1610, not on a battlefield but in peace, a rarity for men of his era. Even in death, he defied the expected. Honda Tadakatsu remains one of the few samurai whose myth is backed by record, whose legend never outpaced his reality. A warrior who never bled, a commander who never betrayed, and a man who never lost himself to ambition. They say that when a dragonfly passes silently through the air, slicing wind with its wings, it is remembering the cut of his spear. The shadow of Honda Tadakatsu still falls long across the chronicles of Japan. The Unmatched versus The Unseen, a samurai showdown. Dive into the heart of feudal Japan, where legends were forged in blood and strategy. Even among the mightiest, Honda Tadakatsu reigned supreme, untouched by blade or fear. But a storm was brewing in the west. Shima Sakan, the brilliant strategist, whose cunning threatened even Tokugawa's iron grip. This video explores their impact on history. Prepare to witness the clash of titans where might meets mind. Subscribe now and step into the age of samurai, where every battle was a dance with death.